¿Qué paso? Santi G, Black Flag. Ya tú sabes. You know what it is. Welcome to Recognizing the Game, episode 11. So this would be a continuation of Semen Retention is Red Pill, part 9. A previous series that I'd done, like sometime last year. So it's to reiterate these, the principles of semen retention and red pill and having integrity. So what I was saying in the previous video is that we all have a responsibility as individuals. My focal point being on men, more specifically, but not limited to black and brown men. With me being an indigenous person, I carry an indigenous name. Okay, my channel name and nickname is Santi, but my birth name is Asante Sudani Ade, and me embracing my indigenous identity as a West Indian Caribbean man. Now, when I say West Indian, I'm not talking about Jamaican, even though there are a multitude of islands that make up the Caribbean, and these people will fall along the lines as West Indian, whether they be from whether they be from Cuba, whether they be from Puerto Rico, whether they are from the Dominican Republic, Haiti. There are many different islands of these people, right? And these individuals as black and brown people that are known as West Indian, they have always been there. And it's not necessary that even if everyone is from Africa, Africa has never been the sole place for the totality of humanity. We've never been isolated to one continent. Okay. So what I have been stating is that in regards to having responsibility over yourself on the journey of those coming to ourselves, so I'm speaking in general, and seeking to help the people. I know for me personally, I don't have time for anybody that's in their ego. And with me being who I am and having a problem with authority, my issue with authority figures is this idea of their status. Them strategically using that to dehumanize you in a way that makes you feel as though you have no value because you are not, based off of your status, equal to them, and you're deemed lower or lesser than them because of a bureaucratic ranking system. Now, see, a lot of these individuals operate from a political frame of mind, and they have ulterior motives, and they want to control every aspect of what you're doing and all the decisions that you make. So because of this ranking system, you're not on the same level as them from a power that they have been granted by these institutions, right? So your position is ranked below them. And because of that, they have become ego driven. They get caught up in how it makes them look based off of their title, and how they look in the eyes of others gives them an inflated sense of self because they have this specific title, this specific status, a particular title or whatever. I don't have any time for people who don't hold themselves accountable. I hold myself accountable, and I know the good that I've done, and I didn't do it for validation. I didn't do it to be viewed a certain way in the eyes of the masses. I did it because it's true to me. This is me being aligned with who I am, and whatever the situation was, that is what I was called to do. I'm a lover as much as I am a fighter, for preserving cultures, preserving nature, for their ancestors and for humanity. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody gonna bullshit me, because since I've come from an adolescent to a man, I know the energy that I've been putting out. I know where I've missed up, but I must remain accountable to myself before anyone else does. I don't care what their status is, how many degrees they have, or refuse to let anybody speak down on me, because I know that I'm cut from a different fabric. My lineage is unique. I know that I walk differently. I know that I move differently. I know that I think differently. I know that I'm being who I am, and that I'm living in alignment with myself, alignment with truth. So a person can feel how they feel about me, but they damn sure better not defame me or try to make me out to be somebody that I'm not, just because I made a decision that they disagree with or that they didn't agree with. But I ain't never been a deceitful individual. And how I feel about a situation in regards to me is decided by me when it's all said and done. If I see it fit that I need to change my perspective on a situation, then that's what I'll do. But I'll do that on my own volition as a man. So on this journey, As you have conversations with people and you have gained an understanding from the attainment of wisdom, which comes from knowledge of self. You're having conversations with people and they wonder because they can feel it in your energy that you move from a higher plane, a higher knowing. You carry yourself in a different manner. And it's not something that you picked up from somebody else. It's a reflection of your authenticity. Because of this, people will want to have conversations with you. People will want to be in your presence. They feel that energy. They want some of that energy. You know, they want to know what you have going on in your life and what it is that you know, what knowledge you have. And that can be of great benefit to the people. But then there are some people that just leech off of you and feed off of you. I know those type of individuals because I have cut them off. And on this journey, as you cut people off, you will find people coming back around. But don't let anybody disrespect you. Stand by your principles. Hold to that position and be grounded in yourself. If you allow a person to come back, you have to be assertive and stand firm in your boundaries that you have set, especially if they are coming to you needing help. And it's funny because you'll see that. You will see a person be blatantly disrespectful when they have given you nothing, when you have given them so much of your time and energy. These will be the same ones who will come back as if you have done nothing. And I've touched on this in previous videos. People who have the victim mentality. Those are the people who I consider to to have the victim mentality, which you have to point them out and be specific in those details. People who you've actually been supportive of. When they call you, you're there. You get in your car and you drive however many miles just to be of service to them and to show them how to move in the darkness. Then they get in their feelings and be like, I'm a lone wolf. Nobody understands me. What you need to do is understand who the fuck you are. It's not everybody's responsibility to understand you. They want to act like nobody has done anything for them and that you are against them when you have been there. And the only person that they really fighting is themselves, the person that they don't really understand, that they can't even face. You'll have individuals come to you asking for advice and won't even apply it and will go back to making the same decisions that put them in a compromising position in the first place and had them to have to seek you out to aid and assist them. That's the type of bullshit I'm talking about. I have no sympathy or empathy for those individuals. I know the type of people that contribute nothing to humanity. They just lost souls in empty vessels. You feel me? Those people exist. All that love and light bullshit is only circumstantial. You feel me? You have to be conscientious and use your discernment. I'm not part of that quote unquote new age bullshit. Some thoughts that are all of a sudden gaining popularity, tribal people had these understandings already. They lived in accordance with nature already. Western science is just figuring out certain things that have been known millions of years by people that are much older than the individuals who came up with the concept of science, period, from a European standpoint. So the rabbit hole goes much deeper than you all think it does for a lot of people that are just coming into this. It goes beyond your religious beliefs. It goes beyond the city or state, these made up states and shit that you live in, because we've been here for millions of years. Indigenous people, black and brown people, have been here for millions of years. So there were people living in those areas before you came into existence, and their energy still lingers. Those ancient empires, they still linger. So when it comes to being red pill and seeing beyond what is, it's all going to take you back to yourself. Once you gain higher knowledge and what you need to move forward, how are you going to utilize that information? Because whether people want to accept it or not, the population is going back to a black and brown indigenous totality, which is how it was originally. That's why when you go to all of these different islands, you find dark peoples, black peoples. But there has been a systematic way of thinking that has been perpetuated to deem individuals who have dark skin as being lesser. And some don't want to even embrace that, So when it comes to, everything that I'm saying, especially for those of us that are applying, we're applying the knowledge, and people come around us and they want They want to have that knowledge. However, you have to go through certain things to acquire hidden knowledge. You have to go through a rite of passage. And that's what most people don't understand. They come to you for help and they expect you to just give them all of the answers. But the fact that they haven't gone through certain experiences to put out that deeper understanding and realization within themselves, they can't grasp the information that you're giving them. So for those of us that have been on this journey for a while, and even those who are just coming into it, honor yourself, be conscientious, reassess the things in the past, seek to see beyond what is, and don't let the media or social media dictate you. Your family, your friends included, will try to dictate you. Those that follow the mass consciousness thinking, that are just regurgitating what the fuck they've heard. Don't let them influence you when you know within yourself that something is not right and you need to be going a certain way. It's all about self-determination. Know who you are, remember who you are, and stand firm and stand on what you say. For those who are on the ancestral path, always remember your warrior nature. For those on the path of truth, and always love.
If a guy tell me that tomorrow I will be dead, he will be going in the coffin. Yeah, man, not me. See, because that is one of the secrets of life, to know how to live and how to counteract the negative forces of death. Many people search, but their search take them to the grave. My search takes me to life. And there is no man on earth that can threaten me and create any amount of fear inside of me. Because you see me, my search teaches me to kill death, to frustrate frustration, to madness, and to assassinate the assassinator.